don't know how to do this anymore. It's been a while. You guys can hear me, right? The microphone still works, right? I haven't tested anything. Hi. I'm ephiepen. I'm back. I don't have any milk, but... Honestly, I'm blinking so weird right now because I haven't worn contacts in like 2 or 3 weeks. But I figured out I was gonna try and wear glasses with the model today, but then I tested it out and I'm like, oh my god, her eyes won't even stay open. So my other option was either don't wear glasses at all and just like be blind the whole time. But I was like, I have all these notes prepared. I need to be able to read them. And so I just put a new pair of contacts in, and now I'm having a weird time. I haven't worn them in a while. Hi, I'm here. It's been a month, a little over a month, which is not my plan, but I'm so sorry. Is all I can say. I'm sorry. I hope you've all been doing well in the past month. I know a lot can happen in a month. Well, I was gonna write notes for all the things I wanted to talk about today, but I only had time to prepare notes for one particular topic that I know will be highly requested for today, but I'm gonna get to that. Just maybe a bit later. The creature quit, and then we were already understaffed, but then we became like super mega understaffed. So we all of us ended up working an insane ass week. 2 weeks at this point, and there is no end in sight, but I keep trekking along, and today I have time to speak to all of you. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? How's life been? How's life been? That's what the title says. What's new? What's new? How you doing? Don't feel too sad for me. I'm making money. I'm making money to spend on bills. I think I just sent out a scheduled payment for my student loan bill, actually. It is what it is. I wonder what I should talk about first. Well, this is a new outfit I made like a while ago, because I hadn't drawn in a while, so I decided the best and easiest thing to do and productive thing to do is to just very quickly make a new model while I am still subscribed to Live 2D, because I kept forgetting to unsubscribe from Live 2D after I finished mine and NJ's models like a while ago. But yeah, it's just a little dress, as you can see. And I didn't rig it correctly, like, at all, so there's just a lot of, like, fuckery. And the shoes are literally the same. So, yeah. Yeah! Pretty outfit, thank you. Thank you. Miss Pen? Zav. What do you want, Zav? What do you want? What do you want, NJ? What do you want? Nice dress. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Why do I get treated this way? I don't respect you. That's why. That look was so smug. The outfit would look better without the shoes. I'm sure you would think that. I don't intend to add such a toggle, but maybe you can just use your imagination. Currently, I really gotta watch what I say. Pedicure guy at it again. Pedicure guy strikes again. Hi, Andy. Hi, hello, Friv. Hello, Star. Life is pain. Honestly, I haven't been doing that bad lately. Things are fine. Things are okay. Maybe I'm just coping like really, really, really well. Things are fine lately. Things are okay. So basically, what happened in the last 2 weeks is that because of the things I mentioned earlier, you know, this with the scheduling, I ended up working 9 days in a row, which is a lot. I've worked 6 days in a row. I've worked 5 days in a row. I think I worked like 7 or 8 at my old job when I was doing the transition period out of my old job into my new one. And then I ended up working 9 days in a row because my boss didn't look at the previous schedule and see that I had already been working 5 days. And then she put me on for another 4, and I was like, well. And she also screwed over everybody else that works there too, because my one coworker worked 8 days in a row, and then the other one, she's still working. She's working 13 days in a row, so don't feel too bad for me. Don't feel too bad for me, guys. I did not get the worst of it here. 13 days. Her day off is on Wednesday. I've been working with her lately, and she seems so exhausted. She's doing her best, and I admire it a lot. Like, she's so energetic still, but on occasion, it slips in there. She's like, I'm so fucking tired. And I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I think everyone feels sorry for you. You're a trooper. Shout out Mary. I'll be dead on your schedule? Yeah, and I was. I honestly, so the first like 7 days were okay. I think around the 5-day mark, I was just like, damn, this sucks. No end in sight. And then it was like the 8-day mark. It hit 8 days, and I was like, I'm going to fucking kill someone. The next customer that speaks to me, I'm going to murder. It was not enjoyable. And then my last day working, of course, I don't often work 8-hour shifts, but of course, the one time she schedules me for one, of course it was my last day before my day off. So it was at 8 in the morning. And I hadn't woken up at 8 in the morning for a shift in a while, because I'd been doing nothing but closing for like 8 days. So I had a little bit of whiplash. I get up, I'm at work staring at a bunch of fruit, looking for moldy fruit, just staring at it like, what's the point of living? And then of course, cherry on top, it was a stocking day. So that meant I had to run around all day, which was like a good thing and a bad thing, because it's a good thing because it means I have guaranteed activities to do all day. But the bad news is that I'm running around all day, so that's a bit tiring. But it was okay. So of course, I stock with, you know, my manager coworker, and then the other manager came in at 12, and then they were working on like whatever, and then we had like 7,000, not 7,000, that's exaggerating, it wasn't that many, but I had like 8 little like basket things filled with like health and beauty products. So I just took like 2 hours and went through all of them, and I stocked everything. I think that my one coworker helped with like a few of them, but he then focused on whatever he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. He was busy. He was doing something. I just don't know what. I wasn't paying attention. I was in the back of the store the whole time, just like putting stuff away, trying to pretend like I don't exist, trying to pretend like all these customers walking around me don't exist. And of course, sometimes they're like, "Hey, ephiepen, can you help me find this product?" And I'm just like, I really don't want to. Yeah, of course. How can I help you? Oh, that lotion product. It's this way. Let me show you. Oh, I'm actually never that enthusiastic. I don't know what I'm on about. And then it hit 4 o'clock, and I'm like, I get to clock out. I get a day off. I'm leaving. I get to go home. And then I went home, and I don't remember what I did that night. Oh no, I remember. I bought a root beer. I had like a bottle of root beer, and I had some vanilla ice cream in the fridge. So I went home. I made a root beer float. I drank it. I don't remember what else I did. I think I watched an anime. And then I fell asleep at like 10 o'clock because I was just so dead. I probably played Genshin Impact. I really don't remember. But the cool thing is the next day, my actual day off. So I've been really off lately. And that's part of why I didn't want to stream. Like before all this nonsense happened, I wasn't streaming because I wasn't feeling great, like mentally. And that ended up being a bad move because all that time I could have used streaming, I should have streamed because, you know, then I literally couldn't stream for a while. Like it was just bad planning. Bad planning, you know? And that's why I didn't stream for a month because of bad planning. But, you know, I've been off. My room has been a mess and it's been getting messier and messier. And everything is dirty and my mental health is bad. And I've been unable to do things that I want to do, either because I don't have time to, or because when I do have time, I can't get myself to do it, you know? Because I have this one project I've been trying to work on, but I would have Clip Studio Paint open. It would be open. I'd have my drawing tablet in front of me, my pen in my hand, and I just couldn't do a single stroke. I couldn't do it. I had everything was at my disposal. All the things were perfectly in place. I had the plan, I had everything ready. I just couldn't draw. And that was part of why I felt worse and worse. GoonTuber! GoonTuber! Am I a GoonTuber? I don't think my boobs are big enough for that. I guess that, you know, boob size doesn't mean you're not a GoonTuber. You can be an A-cup and be sexual. Am I a GoonTuber? Do you guys feel like a type of way whenever you watch my streams? It's mad what people will do? Are you... Again, I really gotta watch what I say. I was gonna ask a question, but I really shouldn't ask that. I actually don't want to know the answer. Don't entertain this? Okay, my bad. Yeah, I'm not a GoonTuber. It's not that kind of stream, but it'd be funny. It'd be funny. You know, you can jerk off to anything. Okay, that's where this conversation ends. Thank you. Hello, Lee. Welcome to the stream. Let's continue my story. I know it's funny, but you don't want to interact with these people. I know. Yeah. It's we'll just laugh for now and then just move on. Yeah. It's okay. So Wednesday hit. I woke up. I can't remember what time I woke up. It was probably like, I think it was 8 o'clock I woke up and I was just like, fuck. And then I laid around for like 2 hours because I really didn't want to get up. I was like, this sucks. Life sucks. Everything sucks. Then it hit like 10:30 and I'm like, no, bro, I have to get up. I have to do something today. I can't waste this day. This is the one day I might get. Because at that point, they hadn't released the new schedule yet. So I had no idea when my next day off would be. I didn't know it would be today. In my head, I was gonna work another like 9 days in a row. So I was like, I have to use this day. I can't waste this. And that's why I didn't stream. Because I was like, I need to use every minute of this day for my personal care. And I did. I succeeded. I had a very great day. Let me tell you what I did. Very mundane activities. I cleaned my room. I put all of my clothing away. I stripped my bed. And I did so much laundry. I washed all my clothes. I washed my favorite pajamas. I washed my bed sheets. I got everything hung up to dry. Oh, and the great news. Oh my gosh, the great news. I always have trouble washing my bed sheets because I'm not washing them, drying them. Because whenever I put them in the dryer, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. I'm getting so excited over this. Whenever I put them in the dryer, they never dry right away. Like, it takes a couple cycles for them to dry all the way. And even then, they never end up drying all the way. So I end up sleeping in cold bed sheets, like slightly lukewarm, kind of damp white like bed sheets. And I'm like, my body heat will dry it off. But for some reason, I had all my bed sheets in the dryer, every single one. And for some reason, in one single cycle, they were all perfectly warm and dry. And there were no wrinkles. There were no wrinkles. Usually they're wrinkly and they're wet. And I'm like, wow, they're dry? They're really dry? I can immediately put my bed sheets back onto my bed? Wow, and it's not even 5 o'clock. I was so happy. Yeah, I cleaned my room, I cleaned my desk, I even reorganized, like, my surface areas, you know, because I've had a bunch of clutter everywhere, and I'm like, I gotta put all my jewelry away, I gotta put all my clothes away, I need everything to be perfect. Everything needs to be a bit more organized, so when I look around this room, I don't feel like shit. Because you know that one saying, a cluttered room, a cluttered desk, cluttered mind? It's true for me. I did feel cluttered. I felt awful. So I spent all day cleaning, and then it was like 2 o'clock, and I'm like, shit, I haven't eaten today. So while my laundry was churning, I was like, I gotta eat something. So I ate a sandwich, and then I watched anime, and then I played Genshin Impact. You're gonna notice Genshin Impact's popping up quite a bit. It's okay, I ate, and then, oh my god, it was like 3 o'clock, and I'm like, dude, I haven't planked in like a month or two, and it's bad. I need to plank. I can't give up. I can't let retail get me down, bro. I need to plank. My back hurts. My back freaking hurts, bro. It's because I'm getting weak. And I'm like, but Effie, I don't want to plank. It sucks. So, but because my exercise mat is like literally in my peripheral vision from my desk, like, I just looked at it. It's right there. It guilts me. It guilts me when I look at it. So I'm like, fuck. So I grab it, and I get to planking, baby. I planked. I planked for a whole minute straight. I still got it. I can still go for a minute straight. Some days I'm shaking like a leaf, but I can do it. And then I was like, I want to wall sit. So I wall sat for like 30 seconds. As long as I physically could. 30 seconds is all I had. I'm very weak. I'm really, really weak. But I want to work on that. Today I wall sat for 47 seconds. I was like, wow, that's almost a minute. You mean I can wall sit for a minute soon? I just gotta keep working. And I've been working on my arms because I decided I should work on my arm strength because I'm built like a tree branch. Snappable. And I'm tired of it. So I've been working on that. I'm not very strong. It's only been like, I've only exercised like, how many days now? 4 days? I took a break over the weekend. I didn't exercise. So I was like, I probably shouldn't go too crazy. Take a little break. But today I planked. Today I planked, and today I worked on my stuff. Oh yeah. Tree branches grow? Oh yeah, Andy, you get it. I like that. That's nice. That's a good analogy. I'll be a branch that grows. I guess normally branches grow outward, but I'm going to grow in my girth. Can I be honest? I just really like that word. I know it's funny and all. I do like that word though. It's like a great word to describe like thickness, you know? It's fantastic. It genuinely, the word girth is such a good word, but I understand I shouldn't say that word right after the conversation we just had. My bad, guys. And then what did I do the rest of the day? I ate my dinner. I don't remember what I ate. Yeah, I forgot. I finally did the thing. I finally worked on my project. And it's been really slow progress because I haven't drawn in like a month. Like that Ferris drawing I did on my channel like a month ago. That was the last time I drew anything. Seriously. So I struggled quite a bit. And the thumbnail for today's stream was also a bit of a struggle because I'm like, I haven't rendered anything in forever and I don't know how to draw anymore. I'm really seriously just trying my best lately. That's all I can do. But it'll be okay because if I just keep going then it'll get better, I hope. And ever since that day, the whole point of this long drawn out story is that life has been better. I woke up the next day, and I had a closing shift at like 2 o'clock, so I had a lot of free time. I have this like new perspective towards free time now, that I didn't have before. Like it's weird. All of a sudden, you know, my room is clean, my body was clean, my bed was clean, everything was clean. It was like I wiped the slate clean and then everything was better. I woke up at 8 o'clock sharp to my cat meowing, and so I decided I'll check the scene out. And then for some reason, normally I don't get up. I have trouble getting up in the morning. I won't get up for like 2 hours at least, because I'll be on my phone. But for some reason, I got up within 5 minutes, and then I went to the bathroom and washed my face. I never wash my face in the morning. Ever. I never do. But that day I was like, I'll wash my face today. Brushed my teeth, did all the things, and then I went back to my room and I was like, I looked over at my nightstands where I had 2 books that I have not been reading for months. Howl's Moving Castle, The Apothecary Diaries Volume 1. And I'm like, you know, I saw a video yesterday that was like, start your morning slowly. Don't shock your body with crazy things. So I was like, you know what a perfect morning activity would be? Since I'm not quite ready to start my day yet, I'm gonna read. And so I read for like an hour. I was like, damn, now it's like about 9 o'clock. Maybe I'll exercise. So I exercised. And then I'm like, damn, now I'm done. It's like 10 o'clock. I'll do my makeup and get dressed. Wow. And now I have 4 more hours until my shift starts. I have so much free time. I can draw. It was just crazy. I never spent my days like that. And then ever since, that's how I've spent every morning I can. I get up, I do my things, I read, I do all my stuff. I go to work. I don't I can't say that on YouTube. It was very enjoyable. And the other change, and some of you are gonna get concerned about me. I'm not gonna dive too much into this. I've been eating breakfast. I, for so many years, have not been eating breakfast because I either would wake up in the afternoon, or I wouldn't have time, or I just simply didn't have the appetite for it. But this last like week, I've eaten breakfast, and then I ate lunch. 3 meals in a day. I haven't done 3 meals in a day since I was a kid. It's that bad. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if any of you remember, like 2 years ago, I was mentioning how I wanted to gain weight, because if you've seen my hand cams, you can probably understand why that is something I'm interested in, just by looking at my physique. But 2 years ago, I was like, I want to gain weight. I want to try. And then I gave up, obviously. But I didn't even mean to. But I weighed myself the other day and I'm like, holy shit. When the fuck did I gain 5 pounds? When the fuck did that happen? Teach me how? I don't know what I did. I have been eating more lately, like a lot more. I like calculated my calories and I was like, dang, I'm eating like a normal person now. Like that, I guess that's my secret. I'm being normal now. So I'm a bit elated. I'm quite happy. I understand, like, I don't want to dive too hard into this because I know a lot of people hear, oh, I gained 5 pounds. And they're like, oh no, sorry to hear that. You know, like, cause, yeah. But for me, I'm like, I gained 5 pounds. I'm still underweight. I'm actually not at my goal weight from 2 years ago yet. I have 5 more pounds to get that, but you know, maybe in a few months. I don't know what'll happen. I don't know if I'll be able to keep this up. But it's been almost a week and I've been keeping up my morning routine as best I can. I'm nervous for tomorrow though because I have an 8 a.m. shift tomorrow and I have not tested out my routine on a morning shift day yet. So I'm curious how that'll go. But it's okay. Melted ice cream. I don't know if I'd wanna... I don't really like drinking ice cream though. Like, I'm okay with it at the end, you know, when you eat melted bits, but... Dang. I think you saw my BMI mentioned on Discord, so you're doing fine. I probably am doing fine. I hope you're doing fine too. I know you also had the same goal. I hope that's been going alright. I know it can be tough. I completely empathize. Can't be healthy, but he put on 30 pounds? Oh my god. Melted no, dude, no. No, bro. Yeah, that's the thing I'm having trouble with, is that yes, you can put on weight doing crazy unhealthy things, but I don't completely want to do it like that. I'm not saying I don't want to eat unhealthy food ever again. Of course I want to eat unhealthy food. I love my snacks and my treats, but you know, I want to eat good food too. And have the weight gain mean something, you know? Because I'm also trying to build strength. Because I'm very weak. I am easily the weakest person at work, to the point that it is notorious. And it's a little embarrassing, because, you know, I'm an adult. I can't be making everybody lift things for me all the time. On occasion, maybe, but I want to be able to be independent, you know? Because independence is safety in my heart, in my mind. You know, being able to lift that bookshelf by yourself in case you literally can't find anybody else to help you. That is safety to me. That brings me to my next thing. I've been watching a lot of anime lately, and I have many thoughts about the series I've been watching. I have finished a couple. I have dropped, I think, 1 or 2. And I am in progress on one of them, because it is a weekly show that I'm enjoying the hell out of. Though I am an inept villainess, is very good and entertaining. I like it a lot. It's now my Sunday show. Yay! That's kind of my thoughts on it, is that I like it. I find that when I really like something, the more I like it, the less I have to say about it. And this is the case for that show. I just like it. You should give it a try. It's about a girl who body swaps with her, like, I'm describing this so poorly already. What does this take place in? It's like a similar setting to, like, Apothecary Diaries. And it does feel kind of similar too, actually. It's in like a Chinese, like, royalty setting where the main girl is this, like, super popular, like, gentle princess type, but she's very sickly. and then she body swaps with the girl who like fucking hates her guts. That show, it's good. It's really interesting. I like it. It's fun. I can't wait to see where it goes. And then because I was on like a villainous kick, because I was like, damn, I love villainous stuff right now, I went on the hunt for another show to watch, because, you know, it's weekly, so I can't watch all of it at once. So I was like, what's one that's completed that I can watch? Oh, this one aired like 2 seasons ago. The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainous. And I watched episode 1 of that, and I was like, damn, this sucks. And then I watched episode 2. I don't know why. And I was like, this is actually kind of entertaining. And then I was like, wait, is that Bocchi's voice actor as the protagonist? Oh my god, it is! Bocchi's voice actress, Yopi, she was carrying. She's so good. She's so freaking funny. The way she screeches in like bad negative social situations when she feels awkward is so relatable that when I'm at work, I hear her screeches in my head whenever something bad happens to me, or whenever like a customer annoys me. It just goes off in my head. The show is so not good, but it's really entertaining, and it's like weirdly relatable in a way, because the protagonist, it's about how the protagonist when she was in middle school wrote this like whole original story, convinced that she was going to reincarnate into another world one day. So she was like spending all of her free time preparing, while at the same time she was like lamenting about how unpopular she was and how nobody would like treat her like a princess the way that they would other girls and all that. And I was like, damn, I did the same shit in middle school. I did the same exact shit. That's so funny. So I was like on board with this protagonist because she's then an adult working. She's then an adult working on, you know, working and stuff. And then all of a sudden the truck hits her and she reincarnates into her own story. And now she's like, oh my god, this fucking story is so cringe. And every time the characters are like relaying like the lore she wrote to her, she's like, please stop, this hurts, it's so cringe. The relationship between her and the butler, oh, it's good, it's cute, I like it a lot, I love it, it's wonderful. Have you seen My Next Life as a Villainess? All routes lead to Doom? I think I have, and I didn't finish it. Maybe I should pick it up again. I know it has an ultimate game too, but I never tried that either. It's expensive, and I'm not really on an ultimate game kick lately. So, well, maybe I will be. I should play Bustafellows. I gotta play Bustafellows soon. Because Mary keeps reminding me at work about how I told her months ago I haven't finished ZA and I haven't finished Bustafellows, so I can start Bustafellows 2. And on occasion she's like, have you started them yet? Have you finished them yet? And I'm like, no. And she's like, why not, huh? Get on that. What's wrong with you, huh? She doesn't say it like that, but that's the gist. She says it. I don't know. She teases me. Sad the game cannot be streamed. Oh, it's okay. I enjoy things better privately anyway. That type of game anyway is better enjoyed privately. I need my Carmen. Oh yeah, she's so cute. I love Carmen and miss her. Yeah, I gotta finish the last chapter of Bustafellows 1 and then I can start Bustafellows 2. And I haven't, that's the only thing on my list of things I wanted to do that I haven't gotten to yet since Wednesday. I really need to beat ZA so I can give the Switch 2 back to my brother. You know, I'm not being a good sister. But I was being a good sister because I made him a cake like 2 weeks ago, which is why I didn't stream on one of the days I had. I was busy baking. Wait, no, I didn't have that day off. Wait, I was supposed to have that day off, but I didn't get it because I ended up having to show up because Brock quit his job. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I had to make a cake. And then then I let it cool while I was at work, and then I came home, I frosted it, I put it in the fridge, and then it was ready the next day for my brother to enjoy. It was my kitty cat's birthday recently. I got her a present. I gave her a necklace. She fucking hated it. But she was so cute, and we gave her lots of pets. And then I went to work for 8 hours. Yeah. I guess now, I don't know if I've said quite everything I want to say, but we're at a point now where there's one thing I really need to discuss that many of you have been wanting me to discuss for a while, and you've had to wait because I had to work. And now I'm not working. And well, I told members about this. If you've been on these streams for a while, you know about a certain character that keeps popping up. His name is Brock, and he is my evil coworker that I dislike a lot, that I've been complaining about for a really long time, ever since I started my job. Well, he has quit his job as of 2 weeks ago. And I have neglected to tell you all how it happened. It's actually quite a short story, but I figured it's been such a long time. It's been such a long time that I think we need a refresher. I think we need a bit of a refresher. So I'm going to give you all a refresher course on my evil coworker. It'll be brief. I will try to keep this brief because a lot of these stories I've told before. But yes, let us discuss this. It's PowerPoint time, baby. Are you all ready? Okay. So these are the characters involved. We got me, we got Mary, Brock is the creature, we got my first boss, who is a lady, my second boss, who is a man, and then we got Carol. Carol is like a fellow key carrier manager. She's the same position as me. In no particular order. This is just how I thought of the characters. Okay. Are we ready? You can tell I wrote part of this when I was like half asleep a couple nights ago. Hang on, this is really awkward because I don't have the chat up right now. I need to get the chat on my phone. Give me a second. I actually have a Pom Pom Pudding phone case that I decked out. It has a Pom Pom Pudding phone charm, and it has a Pom Pom Pudding, like, I stuck a Pom Pom Pudding on top, like a peeker, that's what they call it. And the funny story is that I actually bought 2 of them at 2 different times. I bought a peeker because I wanted to put it on my desktop originally. So I have one hanging out up there, but I was like, I didn't get the one I wanted, so I want to see if I can get a different one. So I bought a second one because it was still on sale for like 50% off. So I'm like, why not while it's still on sale? I get the second one in the mail, and I'm like, there's no way, like, there's no way I'm gonna get a copy of the one I already have, right? I did. So I decided we're not gonna participate in Pom Pom Pudding Gotcha anymore. We're gonna take a break. So I just put it on my other phone case. So I was like, whatever. And the reason I have 2 phone cases is because one is like my day off phone case, and the other one is my work phone case. And the reason why I have a distinction is because oh, wrong tab. The reason for the distinction is because the Pom Pom Pudding phone charm is really big, so it's inconvenient at work. And now it's even more inconvenient because I have the peeker on top. So I just keep it at home. My other phone case is much more sleek and thin. Okay, let's start. So here's a refresher. I start working. This was like a couple months ago. And I didn't meet Brock at first for like maybe a couple days, but then right when I was about to leave, Brock showed up for his shift, and he's like, "Hi! You're the new manager. Oh, you're the new manager. And just looking at him, my impression of this guy was, oh, what a strange old man. I really hope he's not creepy. I really, really hope he's not creepy. Yeah, he says that. You're the new manager. You're the new manager. And in my head at the time, and we're gonna explain this later, in my head at the time, there was a big distinction between key carrier, which is what I was hired to be, and a manager. So I say, no. I am just a key carrier. I'm not a manager. But from that point onwards, the guy is like, you're the manager. You're the manager. Which, by the way, I just want you all to remember this. The fact that that's the first thing he said to me. You are the new manager. Just remember that. Remember that he acknowledged that at some point. Yeah, I'm ahead of the script. And so my second impression was, this guy doesn't listen, like, at all. It's in one ear and out the other. He just thinks what he wants. And I'm like, whatever. So I gave up on trying to convince him I'm just a key carrier. And then, you know, I keep working. And then all of a sudden I overhear my managers and everyone else. And they're talking mad shit about somebody. And they're not saying the name, but it's like pretty obvious who they're talking about. And I'm like, oh, huh. Like, I'm thinking to myself, I guess they don't like Brock. That's strange, but I guess I'll find out why. Oh, girl, you'll find out. And so, oh, I forgot I named him. The boss 2 is Jason. I totally forgot. Jason Derulo. Yeah. I forgot I named him that. So I have my first ever close, and I'm with both Jason and Brock. I'm kind of just there to watch the procedures and see what happens. And I'm just hanging out with Brock on the floor. Jason is in the office doing office things. We have these big plushies at the time because it was close to Easter. These like big bunny plushies. And Brock, I watched him pick one up and he's like, I'm gonna go scare Jason. And I'm like, oh god. Because Jason was in a terrible mood that day, and I'm like, yeah, the next thing he needs is to have Brock up in his face. I had to physically walk away and look away, because I'm like, this is going to make me cringe so bad, and I can't stop him. And then I just hear like a against the door of the office, because Brock had slammed this plushie up against the office window to scare Jason. And then he walks away and looks real smug about it. I'm like, oh my fucking god. This can't be real. This can't be real. This guy is crazy. I very quickly understood why everybody hated him. But you know, the thing about Brock that I have to give him some credit for is that when I started, you know, as a new hire, you're trying to fit in. And I think I had a bit of a time trying to feel like I'm in the group, air quotes. I felt like people didn't really like me that much at the time. And so having Brock be one of the few people that talk to me the same way he talks to everyone else, I gotta say, that did feel really nice, and I did appreciate that. So I was like, you know, maybe he's a nice guy. Maybe he's secretly a nice guy, you know? Maybe he's just misunderstood. So I'm like, let's give him a chance. So I start closing regularly, and I'm always paired up with this guy. And you know what? First things are alright. We have little chats here and there, you know, we're just chatting. But the more we chat, the crazier he seems. And the more I realize, oh, I really don't respect this guy. You know, he's weird. He says a lot of weird things that I'm not going to recount today. I've mentioned it on previous streams. But let's talk about him as a worker. My first observation is that the moment this guy arrives for his closing shifts, so anywhere between 2 and 4 o'clock, I forgot I have the pointer, 2 and 4 o'clock, he immediately starts cleaning up the building. We're not supposed to clean until literally right before we close, so several hours later. Interesting. Interesting. So like he'll gather all the trash and sweep the whole store at 2 o'clock, except 6 hours later, there's just gonna be a whole new, like, there's gonna be so much foot traffic within that 6 hours that there's just gonna be more dirt to sweep up, and we'll have thrown away so many receipts that the trash will have piled up again. So it's like, you know, you should wait to clean, but whatever. My thought process at the time is, I'll just let him do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me. Whatever. My second observation is that this guy talks a lot. He talks a lot. I don't think words can express how much this guy talks. I don't think I can accurately convey this to all of you. He talks so much. He literally, I'm not joking, does not stop. Ever. And so what I used to try to do on occasion is I would just like not respond to anything he said. Because I was being too nice. I was being too nice to just say shut the hell up. So I decided maybe he'll like get tired of talking to me if I just don't talk that much back. The problem is that his response is to just keep talking. If you don't respond to him, he'll just come up with a new topic to entertain himself. He does not stop. And on occasion, if you don't respond to him when he wants a response, what he'll do is he'll look at you and he'll be like, huh? Huh? Trying to like, you know, get a response out of you, encourage a response. And whenever he would do that, I would just nod at him. I would just be like, yeah, I guess. And then he'd just keep talking. That pleased him enough. He'll just keep going. He's a happy boy. I'm sure you get the impression by now. He's a very annoying guy. He's just generally really annoying. Yeah. Oh, this is an important detail. I'm a manager? So I have to explain that you are on the same level as a manager. So it's actually a very serious job, comparatively. And I didn't have the attitude equivalent of that, but I quickly realized at some point that, oh, you know, Brock is acting like he's the manager when we're working together, but the person in charge is actually me. The person in charge is actually me. And I gotta step it up, is what I was told by Boss 1. So we come to the first incident, where I had to step it up and flex my manager position. The drawers. I don't remember if I told you guys about this or not. I probably did. So, incident 1 with the drawers. Brock had a little habit where at night we take the drawers out of the register and we put them in the office into the safe so that they are nice and safe and cozy and cannot possibly ever be stolen. The thing is that only managers are allowed to take the drawers out and to put them in the office. Yet for some reason, Brock would always insist. He would just take the drawers out whenever he felt like it as it approached closing time. And this was annoying all of us because he would do it to all of the managers. Particularly to me and to Carol. Now, of course, we're talking about this to Boss 1, and she's like, Effie, you gotta tell him what's what, because you're a manager, and you gotta get a backbone. And I was like, alright, fine, I will. So that same night, Brock goes over to take the drawers out, as he normally does, and I'm like, actually, you're not allowed to do that, because you're a cashier, and you're not allowed to touch the money. And he's like, what? Says who? And I'm like, says the boss. She told me that. And he's like, what? So I'm like, not trusted to touch the money now? Whatever. I don't even want to do it anyway. And I'm like, holy fuck, bro. Holy fuck, bro. That was when I learned the creature does not enjoy being reprimanded whatsoever. And he remembers every altercation. He takes it personally. But you know, smooth sailing from there, I felt much more in control. And I felt pretty good, you know? I felt like I was in charge. For once. I'm now the one putting the doors away, deciding when they get taken out, instead of this guy taking them out like 30 minutes early. It's great. It's great. And then we come into some assorted incidents, some of which you guys know about. Incident 1. Brock would always call me up to the register to make me apply gift cards customers have to their purchase because he didn't know how to press a fucking button. So to give you guys a little crash course, in order to apply somebody's gift card onto their purchase, you press redeem gift card and then put the amount in and then scan the gift card and then it puts it onto the purchase as a form of payment. But for some reason he didn't understand how to do that for like a month, so I always had to do it for him. I think he finally figured it out, but he still screwed it up from time to time. Because one of the last times I worked with him, he screwed it up because he didn't like press the button. He thought he did. And then he scans the gift card. And then it just added the gift card onto their purchase as if they were buying a gift card for $30. And I'm like, dude, you're fucking stupid. How old was the guy again? I forgot to tell you guys. Yeah, he's 57 years old. He's old. He's older than my parents old. Hi, Nikki. Hello. Incident 2. Oh! Brock would also, from the beginning, force me to create rewards cards for people because he just didn't know how to log into the computer. I have watched this guy attempts to log into the computer using his own login information, and he cannot do it. I will tell him point blank, hey, so you need to type in your password for the office. And he's like, oh, okay. And he's trying to type in his register password. I'm like, no, the one that is at least 20 characters that you made in the office on day 1. He's like, I don't remember that one. And then he has it on like a sticky note written down, and he still can't type it in. And I'm like, what? I have never seen somebody so bad at using a computer in my life. How'd he get hired? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. All I can tell you is that everybody regretted it. Brother saw America's 200th birthday. He probably got hired before the computer. Oh my god, the intercom. I've probably complained about this so many times. Yeah, so from the beginning, his little habit is that whenever he had like a slight issue, he would call a manager up to the register over the intercom like 15 times a day. And it was to the point where I had to tell this guy, like, hey, don't call me up unless it is genuinely like an emergency or you need like a manager override. The problem is that towards the end, I don't think I have this in a future slide, so I'm going to tell you this now. Towards the end, this happened like a couple weeks ago, is that I told him, hey, when I clock out on my breaks, I'm not allowed to work. So stop calling me up to the register when I'm on break. The thing is that if I'm the only manager around and I'm on break, he doesn't have a pin to manager override price changes. And the thing is that we have these sale items that you can only access the sale if you price override it. So you need a pin for it. And this guy will intentionally advertise those sale products to people when I'm on break so he can intentionally call me up to the register as like a power move. That is what I figured out. I am a manager, like a fake one. I'm like a cashier with a key, but I'm technically a manager. So I have the stuff. I have the pin. And so I would get so mad all the time 'cause I'd be on break, chilling out, having a peaceful moment during this awful shift working with this guy. And then he calls me up because he advertised the sales to people. Like, I know most people ignore the sales, but he will go up to people and be like, did you see the sale? Did you see the sale product? Oh, you can get a pie for 50% off. You should get one. You should get one. I know he did it on purpose. But then this one day when I threatened him and I told him, I'm not gonna come up to the register if you call me up. Figure it out yourself. Suddenly, I didn't get called up to the register. Huh. Huh. Oh my god. I think you guys know the $300 incident, so just to give you the short version if you don't know it, he lost the store $300, allegedly, because I think he accidentally charged somebody's card $324 on a $24 purchase, because he, like, accidentally hit the 3 before 24 when typing in the number of the purchase. So it ended up charging us like $300 of change and charged her card $300. And he almost got fired for it, but the reason he didn't is because A, boss 1 can't be fucked to actually reprimand her employees, and number 2, they couldn't prove that he did it. Yeah, they don't, nobody knows still. Nobody knows. I told you guys about this one. The quote, my neighbor's girlfriend looks like a dog, so I barked at her. He would tell me about how he hated his neighbors all the time, and this was the instance where that neighbor moved out, and he was like, I wonder why, I don't know. And then he told me that he thought his neighbor's girlfriend was ugly like a dog, so he would go like, oh, 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 at her. Just to give you a little insight on what kind of person this guy is. This one we kind of covered with the $300 incident, because it's the same thing, but he keeps accidentally, like, when somebody pays with card, you just press the button and then press enter. You don't have to type in how much they're paying. It'll automatically do it for you. Other people bark on stream? Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah. My name's ephiepen. Ow, 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 ow. He kept accidentally charging people's cards 7 cents and then wondering why. He'd be like, why did it only charge her 7 cents? I don't understand. And I was just like, it's because you typed in 7 cents when you charged her card. And he was like, what? No, I didn't. I never did that. And I'm like, move. So I'd be like, move over. And I would just I'd press the button, type in the amount that they had left over on their purchase, and I'd be like, alright, go ahead, you put your card back in. All of a sudden, it's fixed! All of a sudden, it's fixed! So he's a dipshit. So, Brock, around the time I started, maybe like a month or 2 in, Brock told me this story very proudly about how at his old job, he stole somebody's key to the store, because at the time, I guess he was supposed to get a key of his own, but they were kind of like, it took forever to get him his key. So this one kid had it like around his neck, and Brock told me that what he did is he just like snatched it from his neck, and then was like, alright, I don't need a key now, I got my key. And the guy's like, no, that's mine. And Brock's just like, nah, it's mine now. And then 2 days later, he comes up to me, and he's like, hey, Effie, the break room door is locked, and I think the only way to open it is with a key. And so he starts making snatchy hands at me, like grabby hands. He's like, give me your key. I need to borrow your key. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I walk past him and I'm like, I'll just go unlock it myself, because even though I was not quite in the zone of hatred yet towards this guy, I was like, I'm not gonna listen to you tell me a story about how you stole somebody's key and then give you my key. Are you serious? How dumb do you think I am? How fucking stupid do you think I am? Number 2. I think I told this story too. I was chilling at the register with Mary was there, and she was just waiting at the rest of her shift, and Brock was there. And me and Mary were just chatting. I had my phone resting on, like, the shelf behind the register, and I was just chilling. And then, somehow out of the corner of my eye, I see Brock approaching me quietly. Uncharacteristically quietly. And I didn't process a single thing. Like, this wasn't a conscious decision. But all of a sudden, when I see that hand approaching me, I snatch my phone, and his hand is like on my phone as well. And we just stare at each other in silence. Because he tried to take my phone from me. And then he walks away like nothing ever happened. And I'm like, what the fuck? On many incidents. I can't cover everything. If for some reason any of my coworkers are watching this is purely Brock from my perspective. So I can't share everything with the viewers, unfortunately. There's just so much bullshit that I can't possibly cover everything. It'll take too long, and I think this surmises. This covers what this guy is like. I've also been telling these stories for months, and if you've all witnessed that, you understand this guy's a piece of work. I don't need to say too much more. So let's get to the new content. I haven't quite gotten to why he quit yet, but don't worry, this is part of the story. Hi, VGG. Hello. Okay, turning point. So we're setting the scene. I'm hanging out with Carol before Carol's shift ends. Because we're kind of just waiting for the creature to arrive at this point. And, you know. And we're just sitting there like, we're very peacefully talking to each other, enjoying our time as best we can. She kind of just wants to go home at this point because she's been there all day. Whatever. And Brock had a habit of arriving like 30, 40 minutes before his shift, and he would just sit there and terrorize us off the clock. Which sucked. This guy lived like right across the street, by the way. I think this is important context. So his commute was like non-existent. Literally just cross the street, you're at work. It's that bad. So he shows up, like showing up 30 minutes early is a choice at that point. And on this particular day, like nothing had really happened between me and Brock for a while. But for some reason, he was like really enthusiastic with Carol, greeting her, being like, Hi, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm doing great, you know? But he completely ignored me, like wouldn't even look at me. And I was like, alright, interesting. I don't know what the hell I did, but okay. And like he would do that where he would enthusiastically greet other people and ignore the other person to spite the other person. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden he's like standing on the other side of like that little strip of space behind the registers. He turns to look at me. And he makes this face. This like, ugh face. And he turns away, he's like, nope, And me and Carol just look at each other, we're like, what? What is he on about? Yeah, exactly. And then, then we got like 10 minutes before Carol can clock out. And he all of a sudden goes up to her. And he's like, I have a question for you. So are we allowed to use the store phones? So, we're a store. We have phones at the register. That's what I'm talking about. The phones we talk to customers on. Or the phones that people make office calls on. For store use. And the moment he says that, I'm like, oh god, he's gonna bring that up? That? And Carol's just like, I don't know. I don't even know how to make an outgoing call on that phone. Like, I've never done it before. And Brock's like, well, I was trying to call my friend. You know, he's in the hospital right now. I wanted to use the office phone, but she, points to me, threw a massive fit. And she said, I can't do that because it'd be a personal phone call. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, he's seriously doing this right now? This is true. I did tell him he can't make a personal phone call using the store phone. This actually happened about 3 weeks before this incident. So this was quite out of the blue he was bringing this up. It happened almost an entire month before he brought it up to Carol. Because about a month ago, at that point, it was a weekend, it was a Saturday, maybe a Sunday, and he all of a sudden picks up the phone and starts dialing, and I'm like, hey, wait, like, who are you calling? And he's like, the hospital? And I'm like, no, like, don't call the hospital. Why are you calling the hospital? And he's like, my friend's in the hospital, so I'm gonna check in on him. I'm worried about him. And I'm like, no, at the very least, use your cell phone for that. Like, and he's like, I don't have my cell phone on me. And I'm like, okay, you live across the street and you go over there on your breaks all the time. Like, I don't care if you do it. You can go get your phone and you can call him using your own phone. Just, like, don't do that using the store phone. Please. Because I was so worried about, like, what would it look like if the fucking pen store called the hospital? What would that look like? It would look like an emergency is happening, right? I don't want that. I don't want any trouble. And Brock's just like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then we forgot about it for a month until he just brought it up out of the blue. And Carol, after hearing about this, she's like, yeah, Effie's probably right, but I'm not the person to be asking. Like, ask our boss that. She can tell you the answer on whether or not we can use these phones. But I guarantee you, Effie's probably right. And then she leaves. And from there, the shift goes as normal. Mildly irritating, but Brock isn't really being too troublesome. And we move on. Or so I thought. Or so I thought. So this is a doozy. So a couple days later, I am working a closing shift with Mary, actually. And, we're just busy doing some evening stocking. We had some milk and stuff to put away, some fruit, lots of cold stuff, so we were in a rush. We were trying to get this all done for close. And of course, because Brock lives across the street, he keeps coming over. And so he comes over, and we're both, like, running around. We're sweating our asses off. We're focused. We are locked in. And this guy comes in, and we're just like, fuck. And we both are just, like, not really in the mood to talk to him because we're busy, and he's annoying. He's really annoying, so we don't want to talk to him. We got better things to do. There's onions. I had to put fucking onions away. This guy is, like, trying to yap at me when I'm lugging a very heavy thing of onions that stink over to where they belong, and I'm trying to, like, throw them all in the bin and fit them in there without them rolling out. And he's trying to yap at me, so I'm just like, yeah, whatever. He walks away. And then I'm like up at the register because I don't remember what I was doing. I was trying to do something. But I see him, like, talking to Mary, and I'm like, that's interesting, but I couldn't hear anything. He leaves after that. And then Mary's like, dude, he just told me that you're mad at him because he got you in trouble. And I'm like, what? He didn't get me in trouble, though. She's like, yeah, he said that you're mad at him because he told Carol about the phone thing. And I'm like, bro, you have to be joking. I wasn't mad at him. I thought it was funny because he didn't get me in trouble. In fact, he failed so badly that incident and the fact that he said anything reached my boss. And she said that personal phone calls are not allowed unless it's emergency or family, especially not on the store phones. I was right. She literally said I was right and that I did the right thing. I never got in trouble. But for some reason, Brock thought I got in trouble. I'm like, where does this guy, what? We just making shit up? Oh boy. And so I had to go take some trash out because we still had to do our closing cleaning, despite all the stalking and the nonsense. So I took the trash out, and Brock, of course, lives across the street. He's sitting on his porch, and he's like, Effie! Effie! I ignored him because in my head, I'm like, yeah, so he's not on the clock right now, which means, and he's not on store property, which means that I'm not getting paid to deal with him, so I can ignore him. So I ignored him. I didn't even look at him. He did not like that. He did not like that. So he comes back in, and Mary's like, she's still doing some cleanup over in the produce section. And I'm at the register, and he came back in to buy a couple things. And then he says to me, "Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me?" And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna choose my words very carefully here, because I have information at my side. I know what he said about me. So I decide to be a little bitch. And I say, why would I be mad at you? Tell me so I can understand. And Mary, who was watching, said that apparently his face dropped so hard that he looked like a little scared when I said that. And she's like, she told me later, she's like, I think that you asking that instead of just saying, no, I'm not mad at you, was worse for him. And I'm like, I didn't really mean it like that. I just wanted him to tell me so that he couldn't weasel his way out, you know? So he tells me, like, cause I got you in trouble. And I'm like, you got me in trouble? When did you get me in trouble? Because I told Carol about the phone thing? And I'm like, oh, that. Yeah. And then he starts yapping on and on. So he's like, yeah, you know, I was like talking to my dad about that. And he's like, yeah, you know. Oh, I totally forgot about part of the story. So Brock has been like theorizing about my death for a while. I don't know if I ever told you guys that. He wanted a key or like some type of phone number or power so badly that he would talk to other managers and be like, what if Effie gets a heart attack and dies and I can't call anybody to lock the store up? Like some variation of that. What if Effie goes into a seizure and I can't do anything for the store and I can't call anybody about it? And so like what do I do? And he stopped doing that for a while because I started coming back at him and I'd be like, yeah, what if I walk into the office one day and a fucking bomb goes off? And it got to the point where I was saying such violent scenarios that this guy was like, okay, stop, I get it. Like, that's what got him to stop. I beat him at his own game. But that's context here. So he was talking to his dad, and Brock's like, yeah, I told my dad about the phone thing, and my dad said, well, you know, if she really does, like, end up in an emergency situation one day, you can't call for help, and she'll just die, because that's a personal phone call. And that, for the first time, pissed me off, because I'm like, alright, now both of you are just being intentionally fucking dense. Because that qualifies as an emergency. You fucking idiot. So that pissed me off. And I said, yeah, well actually I had a conversation with our boss the other day about the phone calls, and she told me that we're not allowed to make personal phone calls over the store phone, and that the only way we can make a phone call is in emergency situations. So I actually didn't get in trouble. And he, again, looks like he just shit his pants. And he's like, oh, am I in trouble? And I'm like, no, you're fine. You're fine. And he's like, I don't want things to be like this between us anymore, you know? I don't want there to be any tension. You know? I'm sorry, okay? I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me? I just stare at him. I'm like, I guess I will. And then I ring his stuff out, and I say, bye-bye, Brock. See you tomorrow. I don't want to play the game anymore because I'm losing. And for the rest of the night, I felt quite happy. I was very happy because I put that little creature in his place. But the creature remembers. Members might recall that I mentioned at the start of July that I was scheduled to have a full weekend off. I unfortunately ended up losing part of that weekend off, and I was quite upset as a result. I have since moved on from this, but that is the reason why my attitude at this point was incredibly negative. And part of the negativity was the fact that I knew that my future was that I had to spend 30 hours a week babysitting this goddamn idiot. And I was starting to seriously lose my mind. But what I knew was that from all the times I had even slightly reprimanded Brock, he really did not like it. And I thought it was unfair that I was the only one in all of our shifts that was miserable. And I decided from that point onward, I wanted to make him miserable until he either got fired or he quit. And so I decided the best thing I can do within the rules without getting in trouble is just reprimand him whenever I see him doing things. Even if it's slight. Even if it's slight. I'm gonna get on his fucking nerves. Because I hate this guy. Incident 2. The bakery. There is a rule that we are not allowed to remove perishable items that expire that day before 7 o'clock. And well, this guy had a habit of removing these items before 7 o'clock. And this one particular day, I caught him. He removed the flowers from the sales floor that were expiring that day. And like a donut. I don't know. So I go up to him and I'm like, yeah, so you actually can't remove these until 7, buddy. He's like, but these flowers are so dry and we're not going to sell these. And I'm like, that's the rules, buddy. That's the rules. I'm just enforcing rules, buddy. That's my job. What was the other thing I did? Oh, I was being petty this one day because I went on break and he had like his whole shift before to do this and like another 2 or 3 hours to get this done. But the moment I go on break, and he knows where I go on breaks, he knows I'm in the break room. This one day, of course he chooses the moment I go on my break and I'm all settled in, I'm chilling, to come in and grab bathroom trash and the break room trash and try to talk to me when I'm on break. And I'm sitting there just stewing. And I'm like, this fucker. And I say to him, like, do you have to be doing this right now? He's like, why? Why? Am I bothering you? Am I bothering you? Whipping around the trash can, like the trash bag. Like So I walk back out. And I'm like, hey, so actually, when you're the only one clocked in on the sales floor, you can't leave the registers. You need to watch for customers because who else is gonna get the customer? You're the only one. And he's like, this dude, I'm not joking. This dude pouts for 2 hours and refuses to even talk to me or look at me. It is the quietest I've ever seen him. Ever. 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 And at the end of the shift, after all this scolding, we have another altercation. Another altercation occurs where he walks up to me and he's like, so what's your problem? And I'm like, oh, here we go. He's like, what's your problem lately? You've been yelling at me nonstop for the last 2 weeks. And I'm like, well, that's news to me. Because as far as I'm concerned, I've only yelled at you twice today. I, like, never yell at you ever. And this guy, I can't even remember most of what he said because it was just, like, nonsensical rambling. Nonsensical upset rambling. And I'm like, damn. I can't even make sense of most of this. And I am getting a little pissed off, but I'm like keeping my cool so strangely well. I don't know how I managed that. It was like I was a different person. I had like an out-of-body experience where I was just like so calm and tranquil and like talking in this voice the whole time at him. And it gets to a point where he's like, yeah, you know, with the flowers and with the break room and all this stuff, like, what's your deal? Like, why are you doing this? And I get to a point where I'm just like, dude, listen, I think you're just upset because I told you not to do something. And then all of a sudden, flip switches. And this guy's like, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I think of us as friends, you know? And I don't want us to be fighting like this all the time anymore. I just want to go back to having like a good relationship with you. I think you're such a nice person. You know, you're usually such a nice person to me. And I'm like, okay. When he said the friends thing, by the way, I was like, dude, we're coworkers. We're coworkers. And then he went back to normal. So from that point onward, this guy, I could tell, was like trying to get back at me. I would have taken that as an insult. I did, and that's why I said, dude, we're coworkers. I wanted to put an end to that like immediately, because I'm like, we're not friends. We've never been friends. I don't want you to think we're friends, man. I never thought I would ever be in a one-sided friendship with a man over twice my age who acts more childish than kids on the playground when I was in elementary school. We'll get to that. So the juice, the aftermath of all this is that he tried to get back at me by like catching me when I would not follow the rules. But the thing is that I was following the rules. And so I would be like, no, actually, and then have to explain myself, and he'd be like, oh, whatever. At this one particular time, I went to check the coolers for expired products that were like really expired, because we had a tendency to forget to check juice and stuff, and then it would be like expired for a week to a month, and that's bad, and I don't want anybody to deal with that. And you know, it's easy to forget about. I'm not blaming anybody. I forget about it too. That's why it's there. Everybody forgot. There's other things to be doing. So it's a slow day. I'm checking things out, and I'm like, oh, this juice expired a few days ago. I'm gonna pull the juice. Brock waddles up to me because he's seeing me pulling the juice at like 5 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. And he's like, why are you pulling stuff early? Like, we're supposed to be pulling stuff at 7 o'clock. And that pissed me off. That pissed me off. So here's what I did. Is I grab a juice bottle with the expiration date on the front, and I go, "That's cute, Brock." I shoved the bottle in his face, and I'm like, "It expired 5 days ago." And he's like, "I was just asking." Probably the most directly bitchy I have ever been at work was that moment, but it felt really good. It felt really good. Do you ever like rehearse in your head like arguments? That was actually an argument I had rehearsed in my head like a few days prior, and it went exactly as planned. I did exactly what I imagined I would do. It was beautiful. It felt really good. A rare moment, dare I say. This guy kept trying to argue about the closing time. He kept trying to demand the managers close like 10, 15 minutes early. It was to the point where this guy would like protest. He'd grab all of his items up like 10 minutes before close. He'd go, "I'm done," and then clock out, and then just sit there by the doors for another 10 minutes. And he'd be like, "Are you gonna lock the doors yet? You gonna lock the doors yet?" And I'm like, "No, we got 10 minutes. And I would on purpose close at exactly 8 o'clock every night, you know, at closing time, because I knew it pissed him off. Whenever I close with other people, we're like a little lenient. We'll close like a minute or two early, but with this guy, I'm like, nah. Nah. Anyway. So that's all the build-up. So, unfortunately, I actually was not the reason that Brock quit. It wasn't me. And so, I actually wasn't present at all for this story. I wasn't here at all. I got permission from the person who was there, and the person who did cause him to quit, to tell the story. She said yes. I will shout out the hero of the pen store in a moment. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna tell the story. Yeah, we're just gonna fucking ball it. So, I closed with Brock on the weekend, and then I had a Sunday off, a rare Sunday off. And then it was a Carol and a Mary close. So Carol and Mary closed that day, and Brock decided to come visit. And Mary, at this point, had also been quite sick of his bullshit. The thing about Mary is that she's like a really nice person. Like really, really, really nice. So you wouldn't expect her to really say anything to anyone quite negative, you know? She's all about positivity. She's like the positive force of the team. And Brock comes over and he's just yapping, and she's like trying to hint at him to go away because she doesn't want to talk to him, but he's not taking any of it. And then Carol comes back behind the register, and Brock goes, Carol, I have a new nickname for you." This guy's been coming up with nicknames for all of us for months, and we've all been telling him, "Stop with the nicknames, just call us by our name." And Mary fucking lost it, and she says, and I quote, "Shut the fuck up." This dude goes dead quiet, and he leaves without another word. And Mary's like, "Oh my god, what did I just do? Oh my god." And they thought that was the end of it. Yeah, applause. Seriously, applause. Finally someone said it. Shout out Mary. Beautiful. They thought that was the end of it. But like 20 minutes later, Carol looks out the window and she's like, "Oh shit, like Brock's coming back. Mary, go. Like go to the break room. Go take your break right now. Like you don't need to deal with this." She's like, okay. Brock comes in. And Carol's like, "How can I help you, buddy?" She would never say buddy. She would never say that. Brock throws his name tag onto the counter and says, "I quit." And then he leaves. And apparently Carol was incredibly giddy because she hated this man just as much as I did, if not more, because she dealt with him about as much as I did, if not equally so. That is all it took. Yeah, that's literally it. That was the final straw. My opinion, or my wish is that anything that I told you about here, like when I lost my patience, all those times I yelled at him the last month, my wish is that that had an influence, and that maybe like that influenced the final straw. But I don't know, because I feel the same. I feel the same, Star. It's so anticlimactic that that's it. That's it. That's it. But what ensued is quite interesting, because the next day Brock comes in first thing in the morning and Boss 1 is there, and he's like, you know, she pulls him into the office and they have a little chat, and he apparently says to her, "I don't actually want to quit." And he's telling the boss, like, yeah, like, Mary said, "Shut the fuck up" to me. And the story goes at work is that Mary said shut up, not shut the fuck up. That she didn't swear. Like, that's the secret. And my boss is just like, whether she swore or not, like, you had this coming for a long time, and I'm not gonna take you back. Like, I don't, you are not innocent in this either, buddy. You have been a problem for a long time. And the theory is that Brock apparently thought that if he came back that we'd be begging for him to rejoin the team. And that's not what happened, because my boss actually was planning to fire him anyway. So either way, he was out the door. He was out the door. It's like discovering you could have beaten the game by just not doing anything for a few minutes during the first gameplay scene. I know! I know. It sucked. Like, I wish it was more... There was more to it. But there's an epilogue. You know? Every good story has a little sprinkle of an extra story. To this day, Brock continues to glare at us from his porch because he has a direct view of his old workplace, and he's incredibly bitter, as he usually would be. And yeah, that's accurate. He constantly looks quite sour, like he just can't get it out. But the funny thing is that he's been riled up lately, because he's actually been... a couple nights ago, I went to take the trash out, as one does, and this guy's sitting on his porch, and I all of a sudden, I'm ignoring him, I'm not even looking at him. And then he just like... I just hear these sounds. This like... sound from across the street. And I'm like, oh my fucking god. This guy is air farting me. Is this elementary school? What the fuck? He constantly yells at us from across the street. He like name calls us. I overheard him when I was taking the trash out going like, "Inni me me, inni me me inni me," like trying to imitate me. Make a little mockery. When he did that, I'm gonna try to recreate what I did on stream. When he did that, so imagine I'm like turned to the side, I'm like walking, right? And then all of a sudden, what I decide to do, I'm very deliberate in my movements because I'm trying to fuck with him. So he's like doing his bullshit, and then I just stop all of a sudden, and then I very quickly turn to look at him. I stare him down, and then I just wave at him. I give him a little wave, and he immediately stops his like mockery thing, and like immediately looks away from me, like, oh, like I caught him. And then I just walk back in the store. Cause here's the thing, guys. I went to college, and I dealt with college girls and their bullshit, and their pettiness, and all of that, right? I am experienced. I'm quite experienced with their bullshit, right? I know I know how to counter it, and I know that just by acknowledging the person that is like shitting on you, that makes them panic a little bit. So I knew that if I merely just very suddenly looked at him and freaked him out, that would be enough to get him to be like, oh, oh. And I was right. This dude he's just a teenage girl. It's no different. It's actually easier to deal with them than girls I knew in college. He's actually easier to deal with. And then the final thing I have for all of you is the middle finger. The middle finger. So, this happened yesterday, actually. I'm making myself bigger. This actually happened yesterday. I closed yesterday with Mary, and apparently he can see us through the front door windows from where we stand behind the register, if we stand close enough to the window. And so I saw him like sitting on his porch, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what he's up to. And then all of a sudden, I see him make the middle finger at me, and I'm like, oh my god. I start laughing, and I'm like, Mary, come here, look at this. He flipped us off, and she's like, really, where? Mary comes over, she looks out the window, and then again, he turns around, and he flips us off again. And we immediately, visibly start dying of laughter. And I think he saw that, and he was like, that's not how I thought they'd react. And he hid behind, I'm not kidding, he hid behind a tree. He hid behind a tree for a while, so that we wouldn't look at him. Because we were laughing so hard. And then he gets back on his porch, and he flips me off again, because I'm still staring at him. And then, again, I wish I had my hands cam on right now, but I don't. I had to turn my camera off, actually, because my model wouldn't load. So I stared at him, and he, again, like, was looking right at me. And then I very deliberately, very slowly rose my arms up in the air so he could see them. And then my hands very slowly took the shape of, a thumbs up. And then I tilt my hands very slowly down into 2 thumbs downs. A double thumbs down. And then he just whips his head away and walks back into his house and slams his door. And that's where the story ends. For now. Thank you. That is the end. We have all understandably been celebrating his departure, to the point that even the pharmacists are very, very happy. Even the pharmacists, they've been approaching Mary and being like, you're a hero, you saved us. Thank you so much. Everybody, give a big thank you to Mary for being a hero. You should give him 2 middle fingers. I don't want to do that because I feel like a thumbs down will piss him off more. And I also don't want to get in trouble. That's the problem. I'm still working here, and I want to keep my job for a while longer, so I don't want to get fired over Brock, But I think a thumbs down would make him angrier. Stay safe. I know. I'm trying not to poke the bear too much, but he was literally flipping us off. So I was like, maybe I'll just give him a little nudge. That is the story. I'm sorry that was so anticlimactic. It's such a long time coming, and then that's how it ends. It sucks. I suppose that is my life lately. I'm happy you don't have to deal with that anymore. Me too. And that's why, I'm not sitting here saying how badly I want to quit my job today. I'm not saying I love my job all of a sudden or anything. There's still things I'm not really enthusiastic about. And I still go there and wish I was at home all the time. But it's not so bad now. It's not so bad. 'Cause I'm not working with the creature for 8 hours a day anymore. And I'm also trying to find ways to fill my days with joy. As best I can. Most days, you know, sometimes I have to force myself to do things. But when I end up doing the thing, I feel so much better for it. And I suppose that's my lesson for myself is just do it. Just do it. You'll feel better. I even make my bed every morning now. That's how far I'm going. Season 1 of How I Hate My Job. Season 2 is over. Yay. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I expected it because he's just a lowly cashier. At my old job, my enemy was my boss, so it's harder to get your boss out of there and fired, right? So things felt so hopeless back then. And I guess things felt a little hopeless here too, because I'm like, nobody's doing anything. Nobody's doing anything. Get this guy out of here. Like, we all hate him. Get him out. But nobody would do anything. Particularly my boss one. Like, I'm tired of this. What stories will you tell now from work? Think about the content. I know. I've been joking about that for a bit, but no, it's fine. I can still make content. I'm sure I'll find something else to talk about. I'm quite relieved that my content now will no longer be Brock. That I don't have to talk about him anymore. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I think today might be the last time I talk about him in any length, but I felt I owed it to all of you to get the ending of the story. Because I have been using my streams for months to vent about this awful, awful creature. I'm sure there will be occasional appearances from him. I'm sure he'll show up here and there. But he doesn't eat up my brain space anymore. Yay. So what have you guys been up to? Has anything fun been happening in your worlds lately? I honestly don't know what's going on anymore. I've been thinking about this. I don't know if you guys remember, but at the start of the year I quit Twitter. Like, cold turkey, I quit Twitter. And I have continued to quit Twitter. I don't scroll. But I've been posting on there a little bit more recently. Mainly just random thoughts that I have. But that's about it. But because I quit Twitter, I'm like really out of the loop. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea. I don't know what the trends are anymore. I catch wind of them on Instagram. Because I still use Instagram, but I've been using it less lately because I've been having other things to do, you know? And Instagram is really boring. Although I've been posting to Instagram too. I can even post right now. Hang on, I'm gonna take a picture of the stream. You guys have to say hi. Say hi to the Instagram. Are you ready? Wait, how do I get you guys all in the shot? Oh wait, no, I want to get one where you guys are saying cheese. That's cute. Okay, I got it. Give me a second. I need to slap a filter on this. Ah, that's a good filter. This has been my hobby lately. Is when I'm bored, I just take a picture and then I edit it very extensively for Instagram to put on my story. I didn't think this would be my mini hobby, but it's fun. What song should I choose for the story? Oh, but you know, I guess that's my little advertisement for all of you, is that I've been posting to these places like a tiny bit more actively, particularly Instagram. So if you want to look at my story, I guess you can do that. You don't have to. I don't really post in general though, because I don't have a lot of art to share these days. I need to post my backlog to Instagram, because I haven't posted anything since that Effie drawing from February. And I have some drawings I could post. I just haven't posted them, and I don't know why. I'm lazy, that's why. What does this song sound like? I want to play this one song. C'est la vie. Do they have it? It's by Bullet Train. No! Come on. No! Wait. I can't find the song. But I just found a bunch of OST. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, the one anime I've been watching recently that I actually literally just finished like 2 hours ago is Tadaima Ojama Saremasu. I think that's how is that what it is? I always get it mixed up. It's Pardon the Intrusion, I'm Home. I love that anime. It's really cute. I have thoughts on that too, but they're kind of controversial. I don't know if you guys will like my thoughts, and they're kind of spoilery too. But it's about a girl who is an otaku, and she's 24, and I'm like, damn, just like me for real. And one day her neighbor breaks a hole in her wall that connects their apartments, and then he also breaks a hole in the other wall that connects her apartment to the other neighbor, and then like there's like a love triangle, but it's like not really a love triangle. I feel like it's kind of obvious. In my opinion, it's obvious what the right choice is, you know? It's obvious. But it's fun. It's fun. And I love the opening. I'm trying to find the opening on Instagram right now, but like they don't have it. But it's such a good song. Like it made me happy. It's a happy song. Why don't they have it? I don't even know who it's by. I'm pretty sure it was by Bullet Train. Like, that's what they called the band. Maybe I'm wrong. Fine, maybe I'll play this. Fine. We'll play Fruits Basket. Fine. Because they're recommending that song to me now. Why do they only have the instrumental version? I hate Instagram, bro. Hang on. Fitsuko Okazaki. You've got to be kidding me, bro.
gotta be kidding me. Okay, maybe they have the other song I like. They never have any songs I like on Instagram. Okay. What's going on? Do they not have this song? Do you guys ever use Instagram and then you try to find a song you want and they don't have the song? They never have the goddamn song. They don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have it. We gotta choose something else. Gotta choose something else. Oh my god. I just look at it for artworks. That's what I try to do too. I follow a lot of people that do watercolor and it's really, really peaceful. And I think about doing watercolor too, but I just don't want to. I really don't like traditional art that much, to be honest. Ow, 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 ow. I wonder what song I should use though. I want to start doing artworks on my own. Oh, that's fun. I hope you can do that. I hope you can start. Damn! No more window time. Damn! What the fuck is that? Okay, we're done with that. Hi, Press Destroyer. 1. I'm sorry about the beep beep. I'm also sorry my stream. My stream is red. It red. Why is it red? I haven't been paying attention this whole time, so my stream might have been going red this like whole time. Oh man. But why? Oh, whatever. I don't have much else to talk about anyway. So maybe it's a sign I should just end the stream. Today was just like a check-in, so that you all know I'm alive, and then I know you're alive, and then I haven't forgotten about you all. I don't know what's gonna happen from now on with streaming, to be honest. I don't know, because it's hard for me to guarantee anything. It used to be hard anyway, but now it's even harder, and that's upsetting. But, you know, we'll see what I can do. I don't know when my next day off is again, because I work the next 5 days plus. I'll do my best. Next time, I'll probably actually do something, because it's been a month, so I'm like, today I just want to talk. I have a lot to talk about. But next time, now that I've gotten everything off my chest, I feel like I can just move on. Move on. Do fun things. I've been wanting to play Pokemon on stream for a while. I've been wanting to give that a go. We'll see. We'll see. Did I have any other thoughts? I'm trying to think. Before I leave, I don't want to leave and then be like, oh, I had one more thing to say. But then the stream's over, I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to think. A Pokemon Go? Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. It's that Sword and Shield stream I've been telling you guys I want to do for like 2 months now. Because I have a capture card. And I've been dying to use it, but I haven't used it! I haven't used it yet.
Some various happy news from ephiepen. I have a Norvalet plushie, Norvalet from Genshin Impact, and you can take his clothes off, and I think that's really just interesting. I have no intentions to strip him, but I'm not really sure why that's an option. I don't like that. Where'd you get that? Amazon. They sell it on Amazon. It's official merch. He's in his pajamas. I don't know why you can strip him. I don't know why. You can even take his pants off. Like, you can look at his crack. It's insane. It's insane. Yeah, they have Ayato and Tainari, too. I chose Nervalet. I pulled Radsley a while ago. And now I'm saving up for Nicole, because I want her real bad. But I don't know when she's going to come back. But if a character I want comes on the banner at some point before her, then I have no choice but to roll. Yeah. I bought new pajamas. I'll show you guys the pajamas later. It was like an experiment, because I'm interested in new pajama sets, and there were a lot of mixed reviews on the material, and I thought they were kind of cute, and they were a color I liked. So I decided I'll give it a go. We'll see how it turns out. So I'll show you guys on Discord the pajamas later. I haven't gotten them in the mail yet. I bought a new desk mat too. Desk mat. It sounded like I said dust mat. Desk mat. I have a keyboard tray on my desk where, you know, my keyboard is. So when you guys see my hand cam streams, it's the top of my desk. And you might wonder, like, why is your mouse on the top of your desk? 'Cause I like it there. My drawing tablet and my mouse go on top because it's easier. Like, my arm isn't like going down so much. It's more straight. And that's something I started doing ever since I had the incident 2 years ago with my carpal tunnel stint. And it's more comfortable for me anyway. But I keep the keyboard down below because that's also more comfortable for me for whatever reason. I'm just too used to it. Anyway, I had my old desk mat down there for a while because I figured I might as well still use it after I got the new one for the top. But it was too big, so it was rolled up on the sides and very unpleasant to look at. So I bought a new one, and it fits perfect, and it's real pretty. It's like this super pale purple, and I think it's gorgeous. Thank you for asking. I don't know if you guys saw the Pom Pom Pudding Razor collab. I did not get it. I thought about it, but I looked up. I looked it up. The keyboard, because I've been thinking I want to get a new keyboard for a while. But I looked it up and I found out that it's only sold on Target, and that I can't order it online because they won't ship it to me. And so, as a last resort, I'm like, okay, do they have it at any Target stores near me? The closest one is 3 hours away. So I'm just not gonna buy a Pom Pom Pudding keyboard. It's okay, it's okay. I should just get one, like a keyboard that's actually nice and customized to what I want anyway. It's okay. It's okay. It wasn't like it was really cute or anything. It's fine. It's fine, guys. They have a mouse too. I don't want the mouse. I just got this mouse. It's purple. It's wireless. It was cheap. It does the job. I'm pleased with it. I like it. Comfort over aesthetics? Oh yeah. Okay, I think it's safe to open the window. Other hobbies? I think I'm gonna make a candle later. I'm gonna make a candle later. I have this tiny jar that I stole from Brock. I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram like a month ago at this point, but Brock gave me pudding and I ate it, and I felt like a dumbass afterwards. So I'm like, what if you laced this with laxatives? He actually didn't. It was perfectly fine. He didn't try to poison me or anything. But I asked him if I could keep the jar it came in. He's like, yeah, you can have it. I'm like, fuck yeah. So I kept the jar, and I want to make a mini candle out of it now. But it might be too small. I might not be able to make anything big out of it.
It might be too small. I don't know, we'll see. But I have new candle dye I want to try out. I have new candle dye. It's like liquid. And I want to give it a go because I haven't used it since I bought it. So I really need to get on that. And I need to play ZA. I think I might please play ZA later. There's one last topic on my minds for the last couple months that I want to see if anybody can relate to. I don't know if anybody can though. I feel like I've become really illiterate. Like I can't read lately. I don't know, I think it's because I haven't been reading a lot in the last couple of years. And so I just need to practice reading and writing again and become literate. Because you know what? Intelligence is a skill. You must practice it or you lose it. I don't want to be a dummy. I don't like being a dummy, so I'm trying. But I figured out that because I've been reading more lately, that I'm getting better at reading. I'm not mixing words up as much as I used to. Ah ha ha. I'm surprised that can actually happen. It's like, I read text messages just fine. But when I'm actually reading something, like reading content, I just like trip up a lot. And it's embarrassing because I'm 24 and I learned how to read. If I can't read my only language, then what am I to do? Just gotta die at that point. No, I can't give up. That is my lesson to all of you. My thoughts lately, my predominant thought, is that I only have so much time off. I only have so much time in this world. And that I don't want to give up. Learn a second language? You can be illiterate in too? Maybe. That's the thing I've been thinking about. Not really related to language thing. Related to not giving up. I think I have given up for a while on like everything. I felt very negative and bad, and that's affected my streams too. I felt very dispirited, and I don't like streaming when I feel like that, but I also can't just not stream forever. But lately I've realized that I'm still as delusional as I was when I started being Effie. I'm still delusional. Because I started this journey 5 years ago at this point, incredibly delusional. I was delusional. I was convinced that within a year, I would be more famous than Mr. Beast, and I would make millions of dollars, and I could drop out of college, and that I'd be the ultimate YouTuber. And that one day my stories would be known around the world by everyone. I'd be a bestseller. Mr. Beast! Yeah. And then over the years, and especially lately, I've lost it. I've lost all that drive, as reality has crushed me time and time again. And I just completely gave up at some point this year because I realized it's just never gonna happen, because even if I want it to, I don't have time for all that. But I realized every time I tell people about my future goals, and when I think about my future goals, what's still at the end of the tunnel in my head is that one story becoming a huge deal and becoming my main thing in life. And I'm like, damn, I'm still fucking delusional. And I think that's great. I'm glad I'm still delusional. If I lost that, then who would I be? I need my delusion. That's why life isn't so bad lately. I'm delusional. Don't lose that delusion. I think what helped me too is I've been hearing stories lately about other authors that are like, yeah, I just made my story for fun on my time off from my job. And I'm like, oh, I could do that too. And that is what I'm doing lately. I haven't really been working on my novel. I burnt out so fucking bad. And then I'm like, I want to draw stuff now. I want to draw. So I started drawing. Or wanting to draw stuff. And NJ's been helping me a little bit with like motivation and stuff. I won't tell you too much about the details because I don't know if it's a secret or not. It probably is, but we made an agreement. Is what I can tell you. We made an agreement. And it's like an accountability agreement. And part of the agreement is a bet. Cheer for me that I win the bet. I don't know what I'll do if I win the bet. You guys will know. If when one of us wins the bet, you'll know. You'll know. Because something stupid will happen, I bet. So, but I am having fun with my little project. I mean, it's gonna take me forever to finish it. It's gonna take me so long. Because I'm so slow nowadays, but I'm having so much fun. It's like science. It's the most intelligent I've ever been. Hopefully it's not gonna be something humiliating. No, it's more like the bet. I don't know if I even want to tell you guys what the bet is though. Like maybe just keeping the whole thing a secret is better. But there is an agreement. There is an agreement that we made. One guy became a professional billiards player off of a friendly bet despite never having played pool before. You know some really interesting motivational stories. I've never heard of that. That's cool. Good for that guy, I think. A bet, huh? A bet. It's been a weird year. It's been a weird year. I hope you win the bet. Thank you. I don't know if I will. What I can tell you about, because NJ posted the schedule, and I didn't realize he would just post it right away, but he did. Hopefully it doesn't get cancelled due to technical issues on his end, because I read the top of his schedule and it mentioned that, but Thursday, I'll be on NJ's channel once again. It's been a while, huh? Since peak. But we're doing Hospital 666, and I really wanted to play that game with somebody because I think it's fucking hilarious. It's a horror game, but it's like really bad. It's so bad. I watched Mint and Doki play it like 2 years ago and I laughed my ass off. And I forgot everything, don't worry, I don't remember a lot of it, but I really want to play it with somebody and NJ agreed. So I hope you guys can see that on his channel on Thursday. And you might be like, ephiepen, you can stream even though you don't have a day off? Yeah! Because I have a short day that day. And I decided to be oh so kind and let NJ monopolize my time for his channel. That was such a bitchy way to say it. I wanted to hang out. So, it's our one chance. I really wanted to do a Friendship Day stream again this year. It was on the 30th. If you guys don't recall, last year we did a Friendship Day stream. But I was working in 8-hour shifts that day, I believe. Of course I was. And when I close, I don't stream because I prefer streaming in the afternoon and earlier on. Yeah. It was just gonna probably be me and NJ anyway, because it's not gonna work out with everyone else that was there last time, so... Yeah, it's okay. I'm sad though, I wanted to host that this year. I wanted to make it a thing, and now it's not a thing.
Ah, whatever. I was so bummed. And then I'm like, maybe I can hit like International Friendship Day. No, I worked that day too. I thought about scheduling that day off, the 30th off, like months ago, but I'm like, no, I won't. But at this point, I want to stream on my anniversary day. My anniversary for this channel is September 10th. And I was like, maybe I won't schedule that off because it's a Thursday and there's no way they're going to give me that. But because of the way that deliveries have changed at my store, I think I can score it. I think she'll give it to me because there's nothing going on Thursdays now. She might give that to me. That or I can request in the morning and then I can stream in the afternoon. I don't know, but I might have to schedule that day off because I really want to stream it. Because it's my anniversary and I had ideas for it. I don't know if I'll do anything crazy this year either. I didn't do anything last year though, so I felt sad about that. But come on, it's the 3rd anniversary of Effie. I have to stream. Have to stream. So yeah. Hopefully the next time you guys see me is not September 10th. Oh. Hopefully there's something in between. Hopefully some Pokemon. But yeah, I guess that's all I've got. I've truly said all my thoughts now. I hope you can all work hard at whatever you want to do. Never give up. Never give up. Hopefully next time I have some fun stuff to do. Thank you for listening to my thoughts today. And for joining as always, even though it's been a while. I really hope it's not another month-long hiatus. If I notice something like that's gonna happen, next time I do just want to say like, hey, brief hiatus. Because I didn't think it'd take this long, but, you know, if I give you guys a heads up, I feel like that goes better than saying nothing. So, sorry. I'll try to post more. I can't guarantee anything. I'll be on Twitter and stuff if you want to chat, I guess, but I'm not gonna look at posts, so I'm not gonna be on Twitter too much. Instagram is fine. I don't know. I'm gonna keep working on my project. I didn't tell you guys anything about it because I can't. I'll tell you eventually. I'll tell you eventually. I'm kind of locked in, forced to work on it due to my agreement, so hopefully that works out. I'm trying to rack my brain. Is there anything? Oh! I don't think anybody with the 1-year badge is here right now, though. Oh, shit. I don't think Andy's here still. Hang on. If anybody in the chat has a 1-year badge, can you, like... I'll give you 5 seconds. Are you there? Oh, Andy's here. Oh, okay. At least one of you's here. Okay. I guess I can... This is funny. I'm talking to just one person, then. I'll drop this in the membership tab later. So 2 years of the ephiepen, the Pen Puff membership is coming up in a few months. It's in a few months, but, you know, I still want to think about this. And I said, like a year and a half ago when I started the membership, that we could think about badges beyond 1 year, beyond 1 year when we get to it. And well, we're getting there. It's coming. So I wanted to ask if you wanted a 2-year badge, and if so, what should the badge be? What do you want to look like? Because I figure it's kind of a big deal. 2 years? That's crazy. You deserve something. Something cool to look forward to, you know? We have time to think about it, but... Gonna have to wait another 2 years. A hat on top of my hat? Crown and sunglasses.
A thought that I had was that I could make you like the 2-year badge, like the ultimate badge, and then it's like pin the penguin right here. But I don't know if that'd be too close to the scarf from 1 month. So we'll have to think about it. Maybe I'll do some designs at some point. I'll throw them in the Discord and you guys can tell me what you like. Because this is, I mean, all of you, depending on how long you're staying in the membership, of course, get to have a say in this. But I do want to listen to the opinions of the people who are about to get this badge the most, with the most priority. Oh, right, I totally forgot. There's like several things I need to acknowledge. I lowered the prices of memberships. The singular price of memberships. This is like a month ago. I told the members about it. It's now $2.99, or it should be, per month. I lowered it because I wanted to. I don't know if anybody actually went to that price that was part of the membership currently, and I don't know why. I have no idea. Considering I canceled some sort of membership I had active for 10 years a few days ago that I forgot about. Oh my god. That is my nightmare. Girl. Alright. I'll have to make a 10-year badge just for you, Star. Alright. That is so fucking funny. And real. And real. I'm guilty too, but not 10 years. 10 years. 10 years, man. Wow. I'm selective with streams, so if I find one I like, I'm locked in. You're stuck with me? Oh, that's a threat. That's a threat. Okay, well, I'll keep working hard then. Thank you for supporting me. I've like edged you guys like 5 times now. I will actually end the stream now. Thank you for listening to my thoughts today. This went longer than I thought it would. I was planning to only stream for like an hour, but now we're here. I'll be back on Thursday on NJ's channel, and then from there, we'll figure it out. Keep edging? No. No. We're fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's actually all I've got. Okay, we're good. We're good. I finished my thoughts. Thank you much. I'll see you guys next time. Damn, she knew she had to make an appearance right before I ended stream. She's like, oh shit, she's gonna stop. I have to make a noise. She's been quiet all day, and then she's like, Bye, everyone. I muted the fucking shit. I muted the wrong thing. Wait on, start over. I meant to mute my microphone and I muted the fucking end screen. Okay, start over. Bye, everyone.